Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ion Ancient. It is round 8 here in China. We did miss last week because of personal endeavors, but we're here in China for qualifying. Everyone's lined up. That pit lane is very much stacked. Just everyone in one. Yeah, everyone's just inside of each other. Great. Human caterpillar here. But 15 minutes to set the fastest lap time here in China to see who will get pole position. Probably Dakar, to be honest. It's green flag, and there goes everyone out onto the track to start qualifying. I do say Dakar probably will get pole, but Capstar was the fastest in practice. He was fastest in practice 1 and practice 2 with a 104.0 both times. And he was second fastest in FP3 that just finished with a 104.4. But I think free practice 3 is more. I think they're trying more long runs because the times are very much far apart. But yeah, Capstar was the fastest. Dakar was also second fastest. He had a 104.1. We have Train Pig, who's also there, 104.2. Dom has a 104.2 as well. Fernan 104.3. But yeah, everyone at the top is very, very close to each other. So hopefully we see a good battle for pole position. Or it could just be Dakar ahead by like 5/10 or something. Who knows? But yeah, everyone's still getting ready for their flying laps, or at least to start their flying laps. I think Mr. Cowpox or Shark, one of them two, will be the first to cross the line and to start their lap. Or Dom. They're just ready to get going. Dom is ready to go. He's into the pits. Never mind. Mr. Cowpox, though, starts the lap. He is the first one to start a lap. Amazingly enough. So there's the turn 1. We can go on board with him. A lot of left turns here. Jeez. I haven't seen the track map, but jeez, that is a lot of left turns. Into a double right. That's a long right-hander. Into... Let me look up the track map for myself so I know where we are. There it is. Wow. So that's a double right onto a long straight here for the DRS. Next up is a left hairpin into a slight S. It's a tight, hard braking zone here to the left, and now through a small little S section. But then we have a tight left here, and then another right hairpin. And finally, one last left turn to complete the lap. Mr. Cowpox puts his car on pole position for now, but has a time of a 1:07.9. The timing board is not updating. Interestingly enough, the positions are off. Yeah, timer is bugged. The timer also isn't counting down, so it does seem very bugged. Anyways, Dakar has a 103.7, Capstar with a 103.9. Those are the first 103s this weekend that we've seen from the drivers. But Dakar currently on pole position with a 103.7, Capstar P2 with a 103.9. Anyone else here? P3 seems to be Train Pig with a 104. Seems like it. Yeah, Train is currently P3 with a 104.8. We can go on board with Dakar. Maybe not on board. I think he's just done with quali. They might have to artificially sort them out. Not artificially, like manually. Just in some sort of just keep track of it all. Currently still waiting for people to start laps and to actually maybe get some good laps. Here's Dom going all the way to the wall. And he finishes up Sector 2 with the green Sector 2, I would assume. There it is, yep. So he'll be the next driver to improve on their lap. Going to the final sector. A tight right, and then another left-hander to the line. That looks pretty good, but we'll see where he finishes. 104.6. That should put him P3, if I'm not mistaken. And there he goes over the bumps. Red flag is called for the timer leaderboard. It is broken. I don't know if they can fix it, so they have to restart the session. Or not, well, not restart. They have to red flag it, and then they'll resume it later. Unfortunate. I mean, we've seen timers break before in the past, but I don't think I've seen something like this. But yeah, everyone should be getting back into pit lane. There's Falcon still trying to get back to pit lane. They're lining up to see. The drivers are lining up. Yeah, they're discussing about shutting down the server. They should be able to keep these lap times. There's no way they don't. This, but mute that for now. We will be right back just in a moment. Oh yeah, we'll be back. Alright, well, that was very quick. We're back for a little bit. Well, not for a little bit, but the whole session, really. They'll be on track in just under a minute, I believe. Or now, really. Green flag, someone's immediately hit the pit wall. I think that's Shark. That's just immediately banged his car into the pit wall. That's Nova going over the bumps. So, let's try that again. I don't know if they're keeping the times from the first session. I'm still trying to figure that out. I guess we're voiding the lap times. Damn. So the 103s we saw earlier are being voided. If that's correct. We have 14 minutes. Just a complete restart of the session. So yeah. 14 minutes on the timer. As they cross the line, or well, they're about to get to the line. This is still Sector 2. That Shark, what are you doing? I'm just seeing some crazy driving from Shark. It looks like either Dom or Hayaz, one of the two, will be the first to cross the line to start their laps. It looks like it's Hayaz. He comes across the final corner and to the line to start his first lap of the session. Let's just go on board real quick with him. So, turn 1 here. Left-hander, very tight. Not as tight as a hairpin, though. quick right to another long left-hander. Very long into another left, about 2 or 3 left-handers left to go. Ooh, a lot of oversteer there. That has not helped him at all. It's still a banker lap, so he has time to improve on it. And hopefully he won't have a half spin next time. But here into the next double left. Which looks like triple left into a right-hander. Here's a double right-hander onto the next DRS straight. DRS lap wide open here. And he's quitting the lap. He's quit the lap. Well, that's a shame. Train Pig has purples Sector 1 and Sector 2, but he's the first to go through Sector 2, I think. A bit over the bumps. But around the final corner, Train Pig crosses the line with a 104.287. Next across the line, you see in the background is Ariante takes pole position, but Dakar does, and then Capstar does as well. So 104.0 is the pace, but of course the two drivers at the top did set a 103 in the first session, in the first fake session. So they will be trying to improve the lap time to see if they can keep pole for Capstar or take pole for Dakar. But so far, 2.5 tenths cover the top 4. Still waiting for others across the line. Moto's there with the in P6, Acer's P7, both with a 105. Mr. Cowpox is P5 with a 104.7. Shirt crosses the line. He goes. That was his out lap. That was his out lap. So now he goes to do his first lap. Anyone here improving? Dom is improving through the second sector. Oh, it's very nice. Close to the wall into the double right. No mistakes there. The throttle all the way down into this next hairpin and through the final sector. It looks very clean, but I don't know how fast that is compared to the other drivers. It's still looking good though. That didn't look good. Through the final corner and across the line, Dom will go to P5 with a 104.3. That was very nice. Although the last sector, I don't know. I guess that's just how you do it. Shark next across the line with an actual lap, with a few cars behind him. He's gone very wide there, almost over the sausage curbs. That's not going to be a good lap time, is it? Shark moves to P14. Wow. Dino's on an improvement, Sector 1. Quentin doesn't have a time, so he's green, of course. Jay-Z improving Sector 1. Let's see, Dakar here. Behind, I think that's Capstar in front of him. Yeah, so if we have a 3-car train here. That's a Real Miggy as well. I believe, is that Real Miggy? Let me just see. I think so, yeah. Yeah, it is Real Miggy there. P21. So it's a 3-car train here. Capstar in the middle with Dakar behind, and Real Miggy just ahead of all of them. Real Miggy replacing Merc Music. But Capstar looking to make the overtake on his qualifying lap. Just can't seem to do it. He's gonna do it here. Across the line they come Miggy, Capstar, and Dakar. Dakar takes pole position with the 103.8. Capstar cannot improve, and Miggy goes up to P7 with the 105.0. Acer was improving, but he's aborted the lap. Mr. Cowbox is improving. Hiaz is also not great. P14. I know he can do better than that. Surely he can. Mr. Cowbox has aborted his lap time. Still waiting to see Dakar and Capstar still next to each other. Still battling for pole and track position. Still waiting for people. Still waiting for people to start their laps. I think Dakar just went back. Yeah, he went back to the pits. He is improving sector 1 and 2. Goes to P8 with a 105.1. I was trying to click on him. Shark also improving sector 1. Dino's also improving sector 1. Anyone else? That might just be it. Yeah, still waiting on someone to start a lap. I don't think they have. Capstar will, though. On board with him. Jesus Christ. A bit of a correction there in turn 1, but he's kept it clean and still very fast. Oh. I don't know if that was optimal, but it's worked. He's still good to go. Yellow sector 1. He has not improved in sector 1. So the slight mistakes there have not helped him at all. But he needs to improve sector 2 and 3 now. Absolutely pushing that Honda to its limits. Looking for the late apex there onto the next DRS straight. Flat out here. Tight hairpin to the left. Does he improve sector 2? He does. He improves to sector 2. So is this enough to take pole away from Dakar? Probably not because of sector 1, but he needs an absolutely blistering sector 3. He might do it. I'm not entirely sure. Across the line, Capstar takes pole position with a 103.730. That might just be faster than Dakar's time in the first somewhat kind of session. Yes it is, by 0.05 of a second. So now Dakar has to respond here. He has a green sector 1. He is responding. On board with him. Not as much the inside there as Capstar was on his lap. Much more inside there though. Jeez, that's a wall. Very wide there. Very late apex. And straight power onto the next DRS straight. This is a promising lap for the French champion. The French Icon champion. Really the best road racer around. Pushing it to the absolute limit here. Through the final corner. To the line. Will he take pole position away? He does with a 103.565. Jesus Christ. That is 0.5 faster than what we saw in practice and 0.2 faster than Capstar. So, damn. Capstar's back on track to try and take it away, take pole away, but I don't know if he can do it. That might just be too fast for him. Is anyone proving static? Our league owner here is on track. He's about to start his first lap of the session. Hello. Let's go on board with him. It's a good turn 1. Is that keyboard? Or is that controller? It's very jittery for a mouse, I can't lie. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Spectre's improving sector 1 here. Just to make sure. Is he on a lap? Not really. I don't know. He's not. Spectre improving sector 1. He has a 105.888. He needs to improve his lap time. Especially since he could definitely improve. We've seen him do very well in this league. That's a wall, man. Train Pig is improving in sector 1. Yeah, I don't think Spectre's going to improve his lap. He has yellow sector 2 with a bunch of mistakes. But Train Big here through the, I don't know which S's we're going to call this, but it's one of the S's. Double right-hander onto the long straight, a late apex here. DRS left wide open once again. That I was about to say, can he break the 104 barrier? He's decided to break his ankles. That's not good. Cowpox into the wall in front of his teammate Dom. Amazing job. Ariante is coming out onto the track for his final run of the day. Where's Capstar and Dakar? Capstar is on track. He's in Sector 2. Sector 1. Wait. Yeah. This is the end of Sector 2. Dakar is resetting himself. He's trying to get another car. What the hell was that? I think I just saw Ratiak at the top of the board for no reason. Anyway, 2 minutes left to go in the session. We have about a lap and a half left. So who started their lap? Let's see. Has anyone started a lap? I don't think anyone has. I think they're all still trying to make their way to the line. Capstar might be the first. He might be the first. Actually, Quinton is doing a lap, but he's down there in 16th. Here's the final corner. There's the Ferrari getting in front of Capstar, trying to get this show on the road. But here we go. Capstar and Leon starting their last lap of the day. Now through. Oh, damn! Nice job, Leon. Oh, that's not good for Capstar, and that's it. That is the fight for pole position done and dusted. Huge mistake, huge tank slapper there by Capstar. Ends his fight for pole position. He has no time left to get back on track. There's 50 seconds, unless he cuts. But there's nowhere to cut for him. Here's Dakar. Still trying to get to the line. Ratiak is in... Oh, outlap, right. Frenan through the second sector. Yeah, he's just trying to get his lap started. Dom with a green sector 1. Just getting past everyone. There's Statica with the curbs again. There's Capstar. Capstar does not have enough time to get to the line. He has no time left. But Dom... Leon... Why is Leon improving sector 2? Alright then. Let's see. Has Dakar started his lap? I think he has. Yeah, he has. This is sector 1. Dom... Ooh, Dom with a purple sector 2. Hello. There's a car off in the bumps in the background. But Dom here through the final sector. Purple sector 2. Green sector 1. That's Ariante going off. That's him. That's him done. It was also yellow all the way. Dom to the line. Gets a 103.598. 35 thousandths of a second. 33 thousandths of a second off of Dakar. Purple sector 2 and 3. It's not enough. His sector 1 was just not good enough. But here's Dakar. Can he extend the time for pole position? Can he extend that gap for pole position? Probably not. He's yellow sector 1 and yellow sector 2. He needs banking. He needs a banging sector 3, man. Well, do the line. Doesn't really matter. Dakar is on pole position. I don't think anyone can stop him from this point. I think Ace is green and green, but he's way down. I don't know if he's going to do it. Yep, Ace is in the pits. But yeah, that should finish it. So an amazing lap by Dakar and Dom. Both with a 103.5. They lock out the front row with Capstar, who is the fastest in practice. Has to start P3. Ariante P4, Train Pig P5, Frenan P6, Mr. Magiclo P7, Knee P8, Real Miggy P9, and Hiaz in 10th place. We can ignore the other ones. We have Moto, Falcon, Nova, Acer, Spectre, Quinton, Jay-Z, Cowpox, Shark, Leon, Static, Dino, and Ratiak all outside of the top 10. The race will get underway shortly, so we'll just go back on break, and we'll see you all for that soon. If I can find the right buttons. There we go. All right, I am here with the co-commentator YB. He's currently filing his taxes. Please don't commit tax fraud yet. Tax fraud, yeah.
I know, just in a bit of a pickle.
It's a pretty big pickle when it's a tax. His taxes. I don't think we've ever had a commentator file his taxes during a race.
Downsides of being a student, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially being a Canadian one.
Anyways, everyone's lined up here for the Chinese Grand Prix. We have, I don't know how many cars that is. Let me just see real quick. Is there a number on this? At least, yeah, there is. So we can just go back here to the back. Just, we'll find out. At least 20. The lights command has been set by the race director. We have 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Wait, I think everyone just jump started that so badly.
Or this could be possibly a delay.
I mean, I saw about 10 cars go off when the lights were still on, and the leaders didn't go. Well, whatever happened there has completely jumbled the pack. I don't know who's in the lead now.
Yeah.
I believe.
Sounds like the leaderboard says Rakiak and Ace are fighting each other right now
Yeah. Currently,
for the lead.
Currently, it's Acer.
Currently, yeah. Good start for the
Yeah.
KRR, followed by Scepter in the Ferrari.
Oh, red flags we called. Yeah. Fair enough. I can't lie.
Fair enough.
About half the field
It's
jump
probably a
started
lights
that.
failure.
Yeah.
Probably a lights failure, so they're gonna probably line up in the grid again and do a possible restart.
Well, whatever happened there is very, very interesting. We've had a leaderboard glitch. We've had a lights error. I mean, what's going on today?
Interesting start of the day.
At this point, let's just have a DRS failure again. Let's do that.
Oh no.
Anyways, a bunch of people back in the pits. Some people continued on their lap. Everyone, yep. Reset your cars.
It won't be ideal if you're not gonna pit on the start, in my opinion. If you don't, you might be losing a couple of laps of life potentially. So, in my opinion, I would rather pit since it's like a free pit stop right now.
I think they're just gonna restart the entire race. I think they're just gonna keep the laps back to 0. Surely, because that was just weird.
I mean, I've seen like a couple of cars being refreshed here, so they're gonna be full on fuel again. So that might be additional hot laps in terms of fuel mode, which might be a downside for the people who did not refresh the cars at all.
No, everyone reset. I mean, they were told to reset the cars, so they definitely did.
Oh, we're going back to lap 0.
Yeah. So, take 2. Yeah. Let's try not to do that again.
Yep.
Just trying out the lights there, just seeing if it does work. Maybe it was the. Ooh. Oh, those are way off in timing. What the hell? So I'm assuming there are 2 sets of lights, the one in the rear and the one in the front. I'm guessing the one in the rear turned off first, and then the one at the front turned off. So it's definitely a
No wonder we saw
synchronization
the
error.
KRF go way ahead of the leaders for
Yeah.
a bit.
I might just look back at stream and see what it showed. Oh yeah, yeah. The rear lights turned off way before the front lights. Wow. Leaderboard flag is when we go. Not okay. All right. They could also just turn off the rear lights, or in Roblox terms, just delete it if they could. Strategy-wise, most of the drivers are on the hards. There's two drivers on the softs, the Leon and Shark, and a few soft runners, but mostly it's just everyone on the hards looking for the long run.
It's mostly hards, mediums, and softs too. And lights out.
That was a fast lights out. So Dakar currently P1. Dom didn't get a good start because of how quick that went out. Still fighting with Capstar.
Capstar P3. Then we see Ariente, the Midnight Star, also behind the pack. Then we have Hios and the Accelerate also making moves.
Yeah, up to P7 at the sector timer, so it's good for him.
It's good for him. Then we have Train Pig also at P5, another medium runner. Both the Accelerate cars on mediums. Would be interesting to see what their strategy is going on.
Yeah, seems like a team decision. It seems to be working as they go and take the lead, possibly, or at least fight for the lead.
Yeah, they're fighting for it.
Yeah, Train Pig ahead.
Train Pig's like caught up to Dakar.
There you go. Train Pig is in the lead, just ahead of Dakar with the medium compounds. So
we might have to see in the long run what could happen later on
yeah,
in the
but
first set of pit stops.
yeah, but for right now, it's a great start for the Accelerate team, P1 and P5. Of course, 37 laps still remain, so we'll have to see some sort of tire difference once we get on. But currently, Train Pig's still holding on to the lead. He's trying to get back up to get up to the front. He's having to defend from Mr. Macho Club there, right behind him.
Yep, Mr. Macho Club just behind Hios.
Meanwhile, there's a huge battle for P2. Dom, Dakar, and Capstar still within each other. Side by side, Dakar and Dom going to the double right-hander onto the DRS straight. Dom just doesn't seem to have the exit on Dakar. What's happened to Hios? He's all the way at the back now. He's in like the lower points. Has he made a mistake somewhere?
Oh, is it starting to spray a little bit?
Oh, that's a spin by
it's not
Nova.
spin. Seen a couple of cars spin here. Mr. Cowpox also did spin earlier, which was
Yeah.
not seen in the stream.
A lot
It's
of
starting
mistakes.
to Nova spins again. He goes onto the curbs.
So
It's
Hios.
starting to rain right now, so it's gonna
Oh
be
my.
the strategy gonna be thrown off the bottle.
Let me look at the forecast. I didn't see the forecast. Hold on. No, the
It's
forecast
starting to
says
spray a little bit.
it says it should be completely dry.
There's like water coming up from the cars a little
Yeah.
bit, so it's questionable. It's probably visual, or it's just
It could be a visual thing. Either way, Train has
Yeah.
lost the lead to Dakar. Hios massive mistake puts him down to P11, and we see Nova do a few spins. But Dakar takes the lead back from Train Pick, and Capstar Dom still fighting out for P3.
oh, we lost the car onto the curbs.
Who was it?
It was Falcon from Craig, and Static also hit the wall.
So Falcon and Static both at the back, but not exactly last. They still had a Shark. Jesus.
They're kind of struggling, which kind of shows something is definitely going on.
One of the Hondas, that was Fernand going over the sausage curbs at the final corner. Lost him a lot of time from P8 down to P10, P11 possibly.
It's running against Moto, losing P11.
Yeah, not a great start for Ferdinand. But still has time to recover. Back up the front though, Dakar and Train still side by side for P1. Train Pig just has to settle behind him for now. Oh, he's got a great run through the S's and now takes the lead, but into the double right, still side by side. Train Pig going for the late apex, a more late apex than Dakar, and still side by side here with Capstar P3, Dom in P4. Actually,
Capstar almost into P2.
Yeah, he's making some moves here. He's trying to at least.
I mean, the battle for the top four is going very strongly. We have Domi.
Train's gone wide there.
Ooh.
He's lost P1. Everyone's taking the draft of Dakar.
Train Pig is still there. It's kind of shows that in some way the strategy might work for now.
I don't think he's on the median compound. He should be pulling away, but he's not, which is not good.
He's not.
I mean, he's keeping up with the front, but I mean, he has to really worry about tire conservation. And fighting is not helping with his tire conservation.
Not. Train Pig probably got into P1 for a little bit, but Dakar is still hanging there on the hards.
Yeah, I think the pace of the Accelerate car just isn't on the same level with the other with the Dakars.
Brown Planet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we only have a battle in P3 also. Capstar and Domi exchanging positions almost every time.
Yeah, both just waiting behind the other two, just seeing if there's any mistakes at the front. Still side by side for both fights.
And we can see both the Midnight Stars at P5 and 6.
Yeah,
I feel like they could play the role of a vulture. If one makes a mistake, they could potentially capitalize on this.
Yeah, they're running very well here, and they're just behind the leaders. So this is looking very good for the Midnight Stars. Train Pig and Dakar still side by side throughout this entire race, basically. Dakar currently on top 4 now. And it's a 3-car battle now. Capstar's joined in the battle with Dom just behind. It's 4 cars basically going into the double right-hander side by side. And I think Dakar just has the lead 4 now with Train Pig to the inside of Capstar. And they're still going. Train Pig's fallen to the back of this small pack.
But it seems like Ariente could potentially hop into the battle in like probably a couple of laps. He's just behind the pack, along with me. I feel like that's good teamwork from Midnight Star.
Yeah, it is looking very good for them. Trey made a bit of a mistake going over the sausage curbs in the final corner, but he's looking good. He's still good. Looking P3 for
Yeah, he's in
P3.
contention for he's in P3 right now, battling with Capstar for P2.
And he's taking P2 with a slight tank slapper, a bit wide there on the entry. He's still good to go. He's still in P2. Now going through this next S's still. Train Pig to the lead possibly, if he can get the run. But Capstar's also getting a great run. They're all getting great runs, aren't they? Just still side by side.
Yeah.
All Train Pig's on
Still a
wide.
very strong battle.
It is. Train Pig's gone slightly wide, and that allows Dakar and Capstar to go to the lead. Probably not. They're still 3 wide.
I mean, this is a DRS train even for a top 6. It's incredible.
Yeah, they're actually well ahead of P7Gs with the battle between Hiaz and Acer.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible to see he was actually recovered until up to P7 also. It's something.
Yeah, he's looking good, especially with his medium C. Needs to capitalize with the medium compound right now.
And Ferdinand also recovered to P10? Or did he fell off to P10?
He was already P10, but I think Moto and Leon switched positions, it seems.
Yeah. Leon on the soft and is still going. It's interesting to see that from what
He's
his
actually,
team is doing.
He's also positioned to match a Glib, so it's not looking good for the Ferrari.
It's all looking good. Then his teammate is going to catch up to him in like probably a few laps time, just behind him.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, probably not though. He is on the hard compound. Surely, right?
I mean, we're seeing another train forming between P7 to P12 and
Oh, Trey
potentially
Pink's made a huge
P9.
mistake. He's over the soft script, and that's him down to
And he's
P6.
lost all the positions. Midnight Stars, both the Midnight Stars are fighting, but they're about to catch to the train now. They're as close they are as they're before. They're gonna get the slipstream and the others from Dami.
Yeah, massive mistake there by Train has allowed the Midnight Stars to move up a position each. And now it's a 3-car battle at the front instead of 4. It's a lot more calm now as well.
Ooh, Drake Pick almost lost his ears.
So Train Pink's just not having a good time, is he?
He's not having a good time. Maybe a bit too much fighting cost his tire life a bit more. And he also is losing positions to both Moto and Acer. I feel like the mediums are slowly starting to die out.
Well, Moda is on another, also on a set of mediums, but Acer has fallen off a little bit. He's fighting with Ferdinand now. Back at the front though.
Train Pick is pretty much almost on an island of his own, but he's still just behind this pack of the top 5 cars.
Yeah, he should.
Both Midnight Stars are now fighting what could be a potential podium place later on. They're like just behind Damhi.
Hopefully, this battle keeps up for the rest of the race, because it's. I really hope it does. I don't want to see another blowout win again.
Yeah.
But Dakar still in the lead. Oh, Dom has lost out to Ariante. Ariante up into P3. And where's Nee?
And they dropped to
He's
P6.
made a mistake as well. So that's Train Pick back into the top 5.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ariante trying to take P3 away from Dom. Still side by side into the double right-hander. Very much to the inside. Can he take P3 away? I don't think he can for now.
He does have DRS, but Dami also has DRS, so it's going to be the battle of the fuel modes and ERS later on.
Ariante just slotting behind all of them. Just biding his time.
He's losing a little bit of gap behind Dami right now, but he should catch up again with the slipstream behind him potentially.
Yeah, it might just be best to relax a little bit and just let them just carry you along. Dakar still at the front, battling with Capstar. Capstar to the lead just for a little bit as Dakar takes back the lead with a better run out of that corner. So it's pretty single file for now. Dom's trying to make a move on Capstar.
I think we didn't see a pit stop happening. Moto went to the pits and he's on the hards.
That's a pretty early pit stop. Yeah, he is on the hards now, so...
He was on the mediums also, by the way.
Yeah, is that really... That's the lifespan for a medium compound? Really? There's no way.
This is no way. I mean, the Train Pig and Hios is still out there.
Oh, it's an undercut, definitely, but I don't... Surely it's not, like, 13... The tire life can't be 13
Could be a potential
laps.
undercut. For a potential two-stopper.
Possibly. Dakar having... Oh, Dakar has a big lead at the front now. That's a huge
It's like 4 tenths. Could be potentially extending that to 5.
Dom and Caps are battling for P2 with Ariante just behind, not helping each other out. They need to keep up with Dakar if they want to try and win this race.
It's like almost at this point, if P2 makes a mistake along with the others in terms of tire life, they're potentially going to lose DRS to Dakar, so who's going to be his own island.
Well, that seems to be the trend of this league, to be honest.
With how powerful the car and the driver is, it's not gonna be surprising.
Yeah, they're still within DRS range though, so it's looking fine. They're within 7/10 of Dak Air. This is not looking fine. Can we please catch up to the man?
Yeah, it's not looking great.
What I find interesting is that Ariante has more like shallow entry to that second to final corner. He just doesn't have the same run as the others, but he's still holding on to them. Right, this is probably the time that Dakar starts running away with the race win. That is a
Yeah,
car
that
off
could
of the
have,
side. Who's that?
Oh yeah, that's a KR gone off the side. Probably
Dino?
it's Ratiak who's gone off.
Dino and Ratic are both off somewhere, so.
Issa also said that he got disconnected from the race also, so he is allowed to rejoin.
Oh man.
And yep, Leon just pitted from softs to mediums, along with
So it's definitely a two-step for Leon. I guess he's going for soft, medium, medium. If that's what he's, yeah, that's probably what it is. Train Pig has lost a lot of time. He's down in P8. He's battling with Fernan and Mr. Macho Globe.
Scepter is up to P10. He also is dropping down like a fly who's been hit by a racket.
Yeah, the accelerated cars are not having a good time now, losing positions left, right, and center.
So it's most likely they should pit in the next 2 laps if they want to keep up.
Yeah, or they could just be risking it for the one stop. They could be doing that.
They could be doing that. They could potentially go from the mediums to hards by potentially lap 16.
Meanwhile, Dom and Capstar are still side by side. Still fighting for
It's a
P2.
good fight for P2, and Ariente is still hovering over that fight. He's not to be counted out.
Yeah, he has lost a bit of time though to the front.
And especially Nick. He's also lost a lot of time. He was almost there at the pack, but he just lost time.
Yeah, driver level wise, this is still pretty good for him. P5 is looking very nice for Knee.
For both Midnight Stars and like point scoring positions, it's good.
Yeah, Train Pig is into the pit lane. So is Hiaz. Both teammates are in the pit lane right now.
Double stacking.
Not exactly in the
Let's see
same
what
pit
the
stall,
teams
but
do.
yeah. On to
Oh
the
yeah,
hard
they're going
compound.
arts.
Hiaz isn't. He's on mediums. Train Pigs just said this don't make any sense. Train.
I mean, it would not make sense, but then you realize that this could be a potential one stopper. And that's it for Train
They
Pig.
could be trying for it.
He
Yeah.
just needs to focus on his driving, catch up to the front pack, and stay there as long as he could.
Yeah. He just saying Train
Meanwhile,
Pig.
he is on mediums.
Yeah, he is.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to the softs later on.
We'll see if that works. But just to clarify on Train, he did say that mediums were good in free practice. So he's just very confused of why they aren't good anymore. Meanwhile, Shark just hit a massive sausage curve and just gone into the air. But the battle at the front has died down a lot. Dom is in P2. Capster's fallen behind Ariante, so they're still battling for P3.
It's still a battle for P3. I mean, we lost the battle for P2, but now we have a P3 battle. And we have Macho Globe exiting the pits on softs.
What?
On softs?
Yeah.
Am I even seeing this right? It is.
All right. You do you. Go for the 2-stop now.
Oh! Another massive spin.
Train.
That Train Pig.
I don't know if any tire is good for him nowadays.
Ugh. It's not looking great for Train Pick, who was in the front fight. Now seeing him spin out is something.
Yeah, Ariante has taken P3 quite. He's gotten a good grasp on P3. He's still trying to catch up to Dom and Dakar. They still have the DRS at least with Dakar, but it's not looking promising, people.
Yeah,
Especially when Shark is given Dakar DRS.
yeah. I mean, Shark is being lapped right now. It's like probably the first car that's being lapped, excluding Acer on track.
I think, yeah, he definitely is. Static's well up the road as well.
Yeah.
Ariante is trying to take P2 away from Dom. They're still going at it side by side.
Ooh, yep. It's either Sarcastic has to be smart and yield, or he's just gonna give DRS to everyone.
He's definitely not going to yield.
Yeah. I mean, the pack is catching up to Static almost at this point. He's losing time. It's like just ahead in the distance.
Yeah, I just looked at the board. Train Pick has retired from the race. He's done for the day.
Looks like he wasn't happy with the hards.
Yeah, this seems to be a trend for him, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
So Ariante is up into P2. There's a lap car in front of him, and then it's Dakar ahead. Dom's still going right back at him for P2 though.
Oh, I'm like seeing the time board, and Mr. Magical is apparently going for the right now. And he does?
He does. What time was that?
Which I think it's early for getting a fastest lap right now, especially on softs.
It is very
At
early.
this time, it's very early.
Well, it's a fast lap is a fast lap. It's a 108.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.4.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going at it. Purple Sector 1.
The top 7 are still need to pit probably. They're still on the hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've actually all caught up to Dakar with all this lap traffic. It's helping them. Dakar's lost a lot of time.
He's like almost 3/10 behind him. And he's still getting the slipstream.
Just so many lapped cars in this pack, man. What is going on?
There's 2 of them.
Dakar might be starting to lose the lead. Ariante's side by side with him, possibly for P1.
It's probably because of the dirty air, potentially. It's losing
Yeah.
a little bit of time.
Or that was like as Dakar still has a pretty decent gap to Ariante.
2/10.
We're getting there
Until
though.
sector 2.
We're getting there. Oh, Shark, that's a sausage curve, man. That's it's a 3-car battle for P2.
Gap seemingly increased a little bit still, despite all of that.
Well, they're all side by side for P2 as well. Dom, Capstar, and Ariante.
It only barely changed. It just barely dropped like 100.
Across the line, everyone's going for Dakar's draft, apart from Ariante. He's just doing his own thing.
I feel like we're at the point of this. It's like, who's going to play chicken here first? Of going into the pit stalls.
Yeah, they've gone a very long time in these hearts. We're halfway. We're
2
halfway through this
laps.
race. We are halfway through this race, and they're
So
still
they are
going.
most probably definitely going to stick to a one stopper to mediums
Oh yeah, definitely.
in the next.
It-
Definitely.
But it has to depend on when they pit because the accelerator cars did not last long on those mediums. They can't go to the end now on mediums if that pace was correct.
Or they might be going on the alternate two stopper.
That would be insane. Oh right, there's also there's no tire compound rule as well, so they could just go to another set of hards and go to the end if they wanted to.
I wouldn't be surprised to see if everyone in the top 6 gonna do that.
Well, let's see.
It's still gonna pretty much rule out the positions though. which would be unfortunate. Capstar almost made a mistake. Oh, he's going into the pits.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
That's the undercut.
Capstar has played chicken. Guess we have to wait for the others to see when they respond now.
Yeah, Nee is also responding. He's in the pit lane.
So we got two cars going for the undercut.
Hopefully it works for them. Yep, Capstar back on the hards to the end of
Capstar's
this
back on the
race.
hard.
And Nee should also be on the hards as well to the end of the race.
Ariete is back to P3. He's losing time now, along with Dom Heels in second now. He's losing a lot of time to Dakar.
So Capstar's just gotten ahead of Spectre for P6, and now he has a 21-second gap to the front.
Spectre still needs to pit, right? He still hasn't pitted. Still
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he still has to pit.
It's impressive.
Mr. Mosh Club has done well with the soft cop out. He's up into P4. He has back up into
Then he has to
P5.
pit later on, so he still has to make one more stop potentially since he's on the stop.
Here we go. Dom, Dakar, and Ariante all in the pits. The top three are all in the pits.
I mean, who's gonna have the? Ooh, Dakar almost lost his rear in the pit stall.
Well, I'm sad I didn't get to see that.
It's gonna be happen. Who has a quick stop?
Well, what? Ariante's on the mediums?
Ooh. Domi didn't seemingly had a good stop exit, so he's side by side with Ariante, who's on the superior mediums.
Okay. The mediums didn't last long on the
That's-
accelerate cars, so let's see how long it lasts on a midnight.
Yeah.
Mr. Mosh Club is leading the Chinese Grand Prix for now. Capstar up into P2 with the undercut. And
Dakar just behind him.
he is in P4, but he's defending from Dom and Ariante just behind. Oh, he's at the sauce curb. Never
Yeah.
mind. He can't defend.
Ugh. Commentator's curse, I guess.
Happens.
It happens.
So, 16 laps ago, once we cross the line, Mr. Mosh Club is your current race leader, but he still has to pit again. So that means
Capstar is speeding up. He has a purple sector 2 on hard.
not the fastest lap, but he's still going. He is going.
He's still going.
I mean, he
He
really
could potentially catch Matsuglove for the lead. Along with the undercut. That's there. But then he has to defend from Dakar, who is
Oh, that's
going, oh, what a spin from a lapped car. It's
that was
Falcon.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Currently, Mr. Mochglub still the leader. Capstar P2, Dakar P3. Jay-Z's just had a big tank slapper there. Dom's in P4 with Ariante P5. Heel's down in P6, being overtaken by a lapped car. Oh no.
Yeah.
Also, Mr. Mochglub, I think, has lost the lead. He's lost a lot of time. He's down from P1 to P5.
Ooh. Definitely made a mistake, probably coming up the last few corners.
And now Dakar attacking Capstar for P1, trying to make the overtake here into the first S's.
And he does.
Dakar back into the lead. The undercut just not enough for Capstar to keep the lead. Maybe Ariante can take the lead with the medium compounds. Who knows?
Yeah, but then he has to take those tires until potentially the end of the race. So that will be a little bit worrisome for Ariante in the later stages.
Yeah, I'm slightly confused by the decision, but you know, you never know. You gotta try something.
Yeah,
Mr. Cup.
and we also have another lap car, so that guy is gonna potentially get free DRS if he's smart enough to. Yeah, nah.
I don't think he really needs it.
Yeah, he's quick enough for that. He doesn't need the DRS.
Yeah, Ariante takes P2 away from Capstar on the main straight. He's got a great
Ooh,
run.
Ariante's
And now
just on the rear of the back here.
it's great
and he's
job
taking
there, Ariante.
P1.
Wow. Where in the world did that come from? It's
That
a
was
huge. It's a
unexpected.
huge. Oh, that's Shark. Oh, it's a huge tank slapper by
Yeah,
Ariante.
and he's not P1.
Oh, that corner seems so devastating for
I'm still
drivers.
fighting with that here.
Drivers just seem to lose the car all the time in that section.
Eee.
Ariante still in the lead. Purple sector
Also
one.
losing it temporarily. Sector 1 is purple. He doesn't have the DRS, but Dakar does. He's trying to break the stream up.
It's a good hairpin for Ariante now. Try to extend extend the lead.
Then he also has to conserve his tires now. That's another bigger barricade in front of him.
DRS for Dakar. Probably taking. Yeah, there you go. He's taking P1 away from Ariante.
But remember that Arrington is on the mediums. He has more grip, so he should potentially go back in P1 just in sector 1.
Well, he's trying to.
Trying
He's
to.
right behind.
It's there.
He's still there, but he's not making any inroads on Dakar.
Dakar just improved his sector 1 also on the hards, and Arrington just fell off to P3.
Not looking great. We still have
Not looking great.
12 and a half laps left. There's another car off on the side in the soft curves.
Yeah. No, look like both the KRRs are gone.
Oh wow.
Well, that's not looking great for them in terms of R&D receiving from this race.
Meanwhile, Arians just had a bit of a tank slapper out of the hairpin, and that's allowed Dom to fight for possibly P2 now. He's right behind Capstar. Again with a 4-car battle at the front.
Same same 4 cars since the beginning.
Almost, yeah.
Almost.
Another side-by-side for the front. Capstar barely took the lead for a little bit, but Dakar's back in the lead. Ariante up to P3 ahead of Dom, and now he's taking P2 away from Capstar.
Now.
It's a good move. Oh, Capstar, very squealy.
So a bit shimmy. He's been fighting with Dom Hino.
And Ariante is up into the lead. Great run out of that corner, jeez. And no more mistakes. Just run. Run away, Ariante.
Just run and save your tires as much as you can while maintaining the gap now.
He has to get the 1 second gap first, though. That's his main focus.
Yeah, he still doesn't have the break from slipstream and DRS for that game. So he's still gonna get haunted, but
There's a 7/10 gap, though. He can still do it. $11 laps to go in the Chinese Grand Prix. Ariante is the current race leader. Still trying to break the draft and DRS from Dakar. It might not be happening. Dakar's still within a second of him. Oh, tank slapper by Ariante. He's over the curbs. Oh.
he was doing so well.
Well, he's still in P2.
Playing Dom now, who's currently on the fight for P2. Capstar's in P4.
Ariante just has to focus up again. He's down in P3 with Dakar in the lead. Actually, Dom's in the lead now with the DRS.
Dakar is fighting Dom right now. He's side by side.
Yeah.
Dom's still ahead.
So Dom, the current race leader, by a car length, essentially. Dakar Ariante just behind. Capstar just has fallen off a little bit.
Oh, just ahead. It's Miggy and Moto. That might be another twist to the story. Dom will get DRS from Mickey.
Yeah, and Dom is now got a pretty big gap to Dakar.
8/10. Mickey pulled off a little bit to the side so Dom would not get the slipstream.
hopefully Dom doesn't make a mistake like he did back in France, where he was in the lead and he just fell off completely at the end.
Yeah, but that can has the DRS. Ooh,
Oh, that's Miggy off into the
that,
sauce curbs.
yeah.
All right, has
Decker is catching up still,
yeah Dom.
despite
He's lost a
despite the
lot of time
gap.
there. He's lost a lot of time in the last sector, and
And
Dakar back in the
Decker
lead.
is back to P1.
9 to go.
Probably got a little bit of help from his teammate Moto, also, who was getting lapped.
Ariante also trying to take Dom for P2, right behind him. Now side by side.
On the side.
He's got a great run.
Yep, Arante.
That's P2.
He was almost at the rears of Decker. He's catching up though.
He's still catching him. He's
He's
up into
catching.
P1.
He's fighting for P1 now. Arante should have the DRS and potentially slips Decker. It still isn't enough.
I think yeah, Dakar might have gotten just a bit of DRS. I'm not entirely sure.
It's probably from Noah and Mono who are fighting each other right now. They're like pretty much behind the
8.
Craig of him.
Yeah. 8 to go. Arante still behind Dakar. He's not really made the best of his medium compounds. When he has, he's made a mistake to put him back down.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
but-
is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
His rears probably clipped the sausage curb.
He's still good for the podium. It's fine.
He's still going. But I'm slightly concerned about this rear grip now.
Yeah, Arante's just not having a nice time. He's lost the position to Dom as well. That's him down to P3.
It's probably the tire is now dying out slowly now. But he's still pretty much there in the fight. Dom is in P1.
Yeah, he's back into P1.
He's back in P1. But
Dakar's
Dakar
yep,
is
there you
going
go.
back to P1.
Ariante is coming back at both of them. 3-car battle for
Oh
P1.
yeah, three-way
Dakar's
fight
lost.
for P1.
Dakar's lost a lot of time through the S's, but he's gaining it
But he's
back
gonna
here.
gain it back. If he has got a good runoff.
Ariante's just in the lead with Dakar P2, but
Yes.
Dakar's back at P1, I think.
Dakar's back in P1.
Capstar's back in the battle. He's up into P3. All to play for with about 6.5 to go.
temporarily in P1. But everyone in the top 4 has DRS.
They're absolutely sending it for the last 6 laps here.
This is getting me boiling here. It's boiling hot.
Ariante in the lead. Dom is P2, Dakar P3, Cap P4. DRS for Dom, and now Dom is back into the lead.
But Ariante
Oh!
still going on the curbs.
That's it. That's it for Ariante.
That's it for Ariante. Valiant effort by Ariante, though.
Yeah. And now he just has to focus on keeping P4. I mean, he's got a huge gap to P5. I think he's fine. That's unfortunate, though.
He's pretty much away from the next car, so he's pretty much guaranteed P4.
Valiant effort, but too many mistakes has costed him.
Dom just behind 91 turn.
I think that's just Quinton. I call him Quinton.
DRS and slipstream from him.
I call him Quinton. That just feels a lot easier.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say his name, at least. I'm not sure.
Even I'm not sure, to be honest. Even though I've heard of his name before, I can't say his name though.
Yeah, Dom has gotten the 1 second gap. So,
But remember, that kid still has the lap car, and his teammate also.
but it's looking very
So the
promising.
team play would come into hand for Dakar at that moment.
It's still looking good though here.
Yeah. We have like 4 laps left. Can Dom actually hold on? It's a bigger question though.
Yeah, Capstar's also just fallen
Dakar
off.
is he's closed in the gap.
Oh, Capstar's made a
Oh,
mistake.
Capstar got the P4.
Yeah, he made a mistake, and now Arante back up into P3.
Struggle of luck for Arrington right now.
We are losing front runners second lap by lap essentially at this point, and now it's just 2 at the front. Dom going wide at the double right-hander, allowing Dakar within the DRS range.
There's a potential chance where Dakar could run away with Dom if Moto is smart enough to play the team game also.
I hope he doesn't, so we have a good fight.
Yeah. I won't be surprised to hear in the radio comms over there, just to slow down purposely, to give dirtier to Dom.
They are in the same VC, Dakar
Yeah.
and Moto, along with Capstar, and yeah.
Be surprising
Oh,
if it actually
Dom,
does.
is that they went very wide there? I don't think they've gone that wide before, have they?
Still, he's maintaining a good gap to Dakar. It's good enough still.
Yeah, an extra tenth and a half would help a lot for the DRS.
Yeah.
Good double right. Don't know if that's enough though. Ooh,
Oh,
Decker has a
slight
DRS.
wiggle from Dakar.
Yeah, I think the DRS opened very early for him and it just caught him out.
Yeah. But he's still catching up though.
Three.
The bigger question is Dom will hold on.
Well, he's got 3 laps to hold on now once they cross the line.
Yep. I mean, they're catching up to Moto right now, and he could potentially be a very trump card probably in the coming laps.
Can someone other than Decker win a race for once in this season?
We only had Ariente who did that.
We did have
But
Ariente.
can this be the second driver to do so, to beat Dakar clean?
It is still crazy to me that Decker's won 6 out of
So
7.
crazy.
I know he's good, but Jesus Christ, man.
Could this be 6 out of 8, or are we going to see a 7 out of 8? We will find out.
Dom is still.
Decker just 8 tenths behind him. He caught up a little bit.
That's
Oh,
Moto
Spun.
Spun. No, there's no more team game anymore.
No more, so it's still pretty much there. And Moto is not really much going to be. He's
Yeah.
safe from losing that 1 point.
2 laps to go. Left in
Tom's
the
still
tires.
leading. He's increased the gap a little bit.
Oh, he's lost time.
600. Ugh.
He's lost time in
Dakkar's
turn 1.
catching. Dakkar's just on his rears. And
Dom was fighting. Oh, massive tank
Tom's lost
slapper.
it. Dakkar also might have lost a little bit also.
Yeah, they both had weird moments there. Dom's still in the lead.
Tires are giving up on them slightly. Dakkar super
Ooh.
fast but slightly deep. Dom's still holding on to P1.
Just to recap from the second round of the season, Dom was fighting with Decker at the front for the French Grand Prix.
Second from there.
And Dom messed up at the end of the race somehow. He's lost a lot of positions. Dom is still trying to just
Hold
recapture
on
that
there,
kind
but
of.
then you have iShark just up ahead on softs. Could he be the last minute trump card for Dom? Dom trying to break off slipstream, but it
Not
wouldn't
working.
matter.
Last lap. Dom's still in the lead for now. Decker just behind. with Shark ahead of
And
both of
then
them.
Shark just ahead of the road.
Oh,
And
that's
Dakker's
it!
going under the
That's it!
guns.
That's it!
Dakker spun! It's over!
Oh, Shark, what the hell?
It's over! It's gonna be 6 out of 8.
From his pain in France for Dom, he was fighting in the lead, fighting at the front with Dakar, and he loses a top 5 position from that race. He is back at the front at the Chinese Grand Prix here for his first win of the season. If he just makes it to the end, please do that before I say anything else.
For Rockstar Lexus. A huge boosting point for them also. Plays it safe at the hairpin.
And he's good to go. 4 rounds ago, he was at the front. 4 rounds ago, he made massive mistakes. And now, Dom wins the Chinese Grand Prix. He is an Ion Ancient race winner.
That was a race.
That was a race. Dakar finishes P2. Ariante in P3. Capstar finishes up in P4 with Mr. Matcha Club up into P5.
He stayed on the soft still baffles me.
I think he made a pit stop. There's no way he didn't make a pit stop.
There's no way he could.
He was up into P6. Fighting with Knee at the line.
Oh! Just pit them.
He might have lost fuel there. He was.
Might have lost fuel and ERS.
Yeah. Fernand finishes P8. Spectre P9. Moto P10.
Moto P10. That's the top 10 there. But the fastest lap goes to Nova.
Nova once again with the fastest lap. He's made a lot of fastest laps.
He's running out of fuel.
A 106.9 is the fastest lap of the race. Wow.
But he's ran out of fuel, so he's not going to cross the lane.
He did not. Yeah, he didn't finish the last lap for himself. That's not great.
That's not great for him.
He's still P15. Quinton's not here.
He's P15.
Yeah. Falcon's the last one to cross the line. Quinton's retired at some point. Still ahead, or still behind Nova.
Yep. It's most probably he's going to be counted as 1 lap down in classifications. We might have to see.
So that is the 3rd race winner this entire season, Dom, whose best finish was actually P4 back in South Korea. After that, his best finish was 10th. Now on the podium, that is Moto. That is not one of the podium sitters, but he's there for the team representative of Dakar's team.
And Planet.
Yeah, sure. Moto's gone to the top step. Yep, Moto's definitely won the race. Very, very confident answer there, Static.
We just have to wait for the points confirmation for that.
Still waiting for it, but it seems pretty much locked up with 2 rounds left after this.
Champagne already.
Yeah. Dom is your winner of the Chinese Grand Prix. Dakar, most likely. I mean, we have 2 rounds left. I don't think there's enough time for anyone else. But Dakar is your Season 1 Ion Ancient World Champion. And Ariante here in P3. What are your thoughts about that race?
Very exciting top 4 battle.
Yeah, that was an amazing battle, honestly, at the front.
Amazing battle. Even top 6 for a moment.
Honestly, that might have been the only battle we've had at the front at the end of the race this entire season.
Yeah, then we had the back runners for a little bit for the final, for the top 7 almost.
Yeah, yeah.
but that kind of died out with everyone having alternate strategies.
Well, that will conclude the Chinese Grand Prix. Next week, we have, if I can look this up quickly as I can, it will be the Japanese Grand Prix, the penultimate round. And finally, in 2 weeks, we have the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix,
Or the Dubai GP.
Dubai.
That's what
Oh
they
yeah,
call
right.
sometimes.
I don't know geography. We'll see you for Japan next week.